Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chord Dave. Hope you're having a great week. Happy Saturday. Happy Chord Dave Live. Nice to see you all. Thanks for joining us on this lovely evening where we will talk about guitars and things and everything that pops up. A couple of folks said they couldn't be here, which is unfortunate. So Glenn has left it in the hands of somebody else to bring up, that topic he brings up all the time on the show. So if anyone else wants to take up that mantle, work away. But yeah, let's just dig into it. As you can see, the V is here at special request this evening, but also because this Flying V just turned 40 years old this week, as did I. So yeah, I thought I'd bring a special guest on the show just to hang out in the background there. So anyway, it's Saturday night. Let's launch it. Yeah, I'm going to pretend I'm actually going to get through all my beer. This time we'll see what happens in 2 hours time. I hope you all had a good week. Let's just dive into the comments and try and get through them because, sooner or later I'll get really good at doing that, but I don't know when that will happen. All right, so Scott Bogfoot, always the first in. Good to see you, Scott. Thanks for dropping by as always. And John asking, do you sign on the day before? I do. I send Scott an advance notification like going live at this time. Not true. We just must get one of the first notifications from YouTube, I would imagine. John says you have a question for myself and the pub, the whole community. How many of you use E sharp tuning on your Strats and any other guitars that you own? And I say you go and say tunes your guitars like B.B. King, Stevie Ray, Slash, Hendrix, etc. Yeah, one of my guitars is tuned down. I think it's a Strat, to be honest with you. I think the Strat rarely leaves its case, but yeah, I think that's the one. I have one of those Rode 3 automatic tuner things, so I can set it to tune whatever within a few seconds, which is pretty handy. So it doesn't really bother me too much, but yeah, it's not something I tend to need too often. I'm basic, yo, very basic. But anyway, yeah, hopefully other folks will be able to tell you a bit better than I can. There, John. Marsha's here. Nice to see you, Marsha, as always. And you respond to that question said, when owning a single guitar, I try not to use alt tunings too much so as not to wear my strings faster. But I do use them when I want to down tune and stay put for a few days, like a slash-a-thon. Nothing wrong with a slash-a-thon. It could be wrong, but I've heard many people say that that's why they own many guitars, because up and down tuning frequently is gonna stretch the strings. There's probably only some truth to that statement. It's a really good excuse. It's like, yeah, I need another guitar because I haven't got one in, drop D yet. Or I do have one in drop D, but not a blue one in drop D. That's another good excuse. So yeah, I think it's just an excuse for another guitar, to be quite honest with you. Nothing wrong with that. Howdy as well popped in. And again, not sure where that came from, but all right. Scott says drop D. It's all good at times to transpose to standard E. Very cool, very cool. And Scott says, your buddy at the guitar shop bought himself a 71 Gibson Triumph Les Paul recording bass. First time I've ever seen one or heard of that, for that matter. Have you ever seen one? I've seen them, yeah. They're I'm not huge into basses. I don't really care about basses. I have no interest in basses, really. But yeah, that's exactly when you said a Triumph, I was like, isn't that a recording? Les Paul type. So yeah, they're pretty cool. If I'm right, they have a Gibson. They have the custom split diamond and the headstock and everything. It's kind of cool looking bass, I suppose, for a 70s one. But yeah, never really been a big fan of basses. I did at one stage buy a bass thinking it'd be super easy, and then but at the same time I bought a regular guitar and just spent all my time on that as well. So yeah, I've heard of them. I've never seen one in person though, so it's pretty cool that your friend was able to pick one up. That's awesome. John reminds everybody, don't forget to hit like. Yeah, absolutely. That's for sure. We got 10 likes already, guys. That's pretty awesome. Heard a rumor today. If you guys want to know what the rumor is, 50 likes, and it concerns Epiphone. So it's a rumor. It probably is nonsense. But if you get me to 50 likes, I'll tell you what that rumor was. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's nonsense. A couple of likes jumped in right on that. You guys get it. Anyway, moving on. I like the way the guitars, you like the way your guitars sound when tuned down half step. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with tuned down half step. John, sounds pretty great, and a lot of people don't realize a lot of their favorite songs are probably tuned down half step as well. So, so yeah, like you mentioned, like Slash and Stevie Ray, a lot of people were tuned down half step most of the time, or a lot of the time. Jumping in to the comments. By the way, I just want to give a shout out at this particular moment in time to Muddy H2O, who has just been driving me absolutely crazy, sending me guitars that I want to buy this week. So thanks for that, Muddy. We'll probably talk to you in a bit, but yeah, lots of chat going there between us about guitars that we both want to pick up at some point. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to rob a bank or something. If anyone knows a bank that's easy to rob, let me know about it. Al is here. Nice to see you, Al. Thanks for dropping by. Says, heard a lot of guitarists prefer tuning down their strats. Some tune down to D. I haven't tried that yet. Can't say why. What's that second guitar Dave is showing next to the Epi? On the thumbnail on this one. So that is the guitar from this week's guitar wish list. It is an Ibanez Destroyer 2, and yeah, as you can see, it's pretty cool. It matches my Flying V, so I like it. So yeah, if you check that out, it's like 5 minutes long, I think, this week's video. Todd Moore last week mentioned those, and I was like, that rings a bell. I want to go check it out. And actually, I have a picture of it here, which I can pop up on the screen. Interesting. Started off life as a lawsuit guitar like this one, which, as you can tell, is just basically an Explorer that they ripped off. And then they, after the lawsuit was settled and all that, a few years later, they came back with this, the Destroyer 2, which, yeah, they're awesome. So having looked into it a bit more this week, I was like, I got to do it now. So it jumped straight to the front of the queue. So thanks to Todd for that. It was super cool to look into that guitar. And yeah, so that's what it is. So if you want to know more about it, check out Guitar Wishlist that came out this Monday. Yeah, I have another cool one lined up to do this week, but I haven't recorded it yet, so we'll see. But again, if you want any other guitars to be featured, let me know, because that is a good idea as well. Something I thought of, by the way, guys. I do have a rumor from Epiphone, which I'll probably let you know once we hit 50, 40 to 50 likes. That's where we're headed, right? But the here's my question, right? If Epiphone is releasing something, you got to tell them what to release. What should they release? So it can be anything, but it's got an Epiphone headstock on it. It can be any kind of Epiphone. You can tell them to make a Strat or Tele, whatever you want. What would you get Epiphone to do? Because as you know, Epiphone watch this show every week to figure out what I'm saying about them. They probably do, actually. Ryan Byrne is here. Hi, Ryan. Thanks very much for your posts on the Facebook group this week. Very cool guitars. I like that when you posted today, actually. Very, very interesting Epiphone that you got your hands on there. And Anna's here. Nice to see you, Anne. Thanks for dropping by. Always nice to see you. Let me see, where are we now? Lots of hellos and everything going on. Todd Moore is here, indeed. Good to see you, Todd, as always. And get by all the hellos. Dr. Stunk says story, which is a very cool Irish expression. So story to you, Dr. Stunk. Good to see you. And Matt Von Bosch, good to see you as well. Thanks for dropping by. Grandpa Joe says, cheers, everyone. Wishing you all a safe weekend, and the same to you. 3-day weekend here in Ireland, so, you know, having a good time, enjoying no work on Monday. So that's going to be cool. Scott says, yeah, my buddy plays only half step down. Sounds good with chugga chugga and metal. I guess it has its place. Yeah, for sure. you know, there's a place for everything, I suppose. Let me see. Did I have something there? No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. Scott says he just got the sketchiest ad. What was it for? Sketchers? I know YouTube has been getting sketchy ads lately. I got one for some dude called Joe Bonamassa like yesterday. So, in fact, I keep getting ones for Joe Bonamassa's new album, which is weird. But anyway, Ryan says some dude just walked up to my porch and stole my food delivery. That's the lowest of the low. That is the lowest of the low. Sorry about that, Ryan. Yeah, that sucks, man. So hopefully you can get some more food. Todd says, Dave, this week's wish list video is an absolute masterpiece. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I thought you would like that one. I don't know why. It just felt like you would enjoy it. Thanks for the credit and for making a great video on a super cool guitar. You're welcome. You're welcome. It was a fun video to do, and I loved looking into it. I didn't know a whole lot about those guitars, honestly, until I think, yeah, it was Monday when I got to sit down and just spend some time digging into it. And the more I dug, the better it got. So I was like, this has to be today's one. So yeah, I only had a couple of hours to do videos on Monday, and I pumped out 2 of them. And yeah, the one that went out on Thursday. By the way, you might have noticed my video on Thursday went out at an unusual time. Yeah, YouTube decided, even though I chose 1:15 a.m., which is the time I publish all my videos, Irish time, of course, that they would keep it until 1:15 p.m. Like, I double check everything, so I know I picked, and everything on my side is in 24-hour clock, so it would have said 13:15. Pretty sure I set the right thing. But YouTube is being YouTube, but for some reason, I've got a load more views than I've been getting recently, so it worked. Good job, YouTube, sabotaging me in a positive way. Anyway, hope you watched that video as well about the Epiphones are soon going to be expensive. Let me know what you think of that too today, if you haven't already. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we've got. Badfink 2 is here. It says, hello, rockers. Hello there. Hello, Badfink. Good to see you, as it always is. Thanks for dropping by. And Al says, happy B-Day, V. And you too, Dave. Thanks, Al. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was weird having a guitar that I knew it was its birthday on Tuesday. So yeah, gave it a couple of taps. Oh, happy birthdays. Anyway, moving on. Scott says, I love that brass plate. It's the homemade. If it's homemade, even better. I think it is homemade. I think yeah, it's basically they took off the caler that was on it, and pretty sure that was installed by the owner as well. They told me that it was factory installed, and I just took their word for it. But it doesn't look like it was factory installed underneath. Doesn't look bad. It just looks like they kind of half did the job. They didn't make it look pretty. I don't know if that was what they did in 1982, because, Northern era, they might have. But yeah, underneath is just a big hole. So, but it works. I mean, it's kind of weight relief, I guess. Yeah, but it needs to be cleaned up a little bit, and new pickups going in next week, new bridge. Just waiting on the bridge to come. Should be here in the next few days, hopefully, and it'll be back playable again very soon. It's not playable at the minute, unfortunately. But yeah, looks good on camera though. It just looks like a sexy old flying V. Let's see here. Who have we got? John Cadell says, what kind of V is that? Details, please. It is a 1982 the V, I believe, CMT, which is for curly maple top. And that's pretty much the details I have on it. So it's 40 years old now, and it's very special, very cool guitar. So should have two 30 fingers. I'm pretty sure the bridge is an original 30 fingers pickup. The neck is a modern pickup. I don't know exactly what it is, but it sounds like shit. So it looks like a Gibson pickup, but I'm not so sure what one it is. It's not a good one, whatever it is. So there's some Seymour Duncan Vintage Blues going into it until I can get a full set of original 30 fingers for it, which they're about €600 at the minute, so it's going to take me a while to get those, particularly in good condition. So yeah, Seymour Duncan's going into it this week as well. But yeah, if you have any questions about the V, I'll answer them as best I can. I don't have all the information on it yet, but I know it's the V from 1982 is what I believe it is. Todd says, I use drop D a good bit, a few others, but mostly I just play 7-string for the low stuff. Dude, guitars come with four strings or 5 strings or 6 strings. And if you're playing a 4 or 5 string, you don't have enough strings. Yeah, no, I couldn't. I still can't figure out how to play 7 strings. Enough trouble with 6. Chai Pup is here. Evening all. Evening to you, Chai Pup. Good to have you here as always. And Muddy H2O says, I dropped D once. Hurt like a bee. We'll talk about that later. Ryan says, come on now, who doesn't have a dedicated D-tuned guitar? I should have one. I might have to buy a new one just to do that with, actually. Sounds like a plan. Badfink says, I was listening to someone the other day who tuned to 442 hertz. 442 hertz. No comment. Chai Pup says, sorry I've been away. Caught COVID in Dublin. Irish COVID's the worst. Did we find out who your old employer was? Yeah. I revealed it. It was Apple. So that's who I left. It's over a month ago now. Yeah, it's about 6 weeks ago now when I left. But yeah, it was Apple. I've moved on to greener pastures, which is weird to say because they're like literally the biggest company in the world. But yeah, it was time to move on. Things were going in a direction I wasn't cool with. So yeah, moved on, and it's going well. So you know, they're paying me more guitar money per month, which is always a good thing. Although they don't call it guitar money, so weird. And says it hasn't tried drop tuning yet. There's always time, always another guitar you can pick up to do that with. That's my excuse anyway. Epiphone rumor, hit the likes. What if I told you it's also a Bonamassa rumor? Would you hit the like button then? By the way, the channel has had a lot of new subscribers this week, so about 30 or so new subscribers. If you're one of those new subscribers and you're trying to figure out why can't you comment, well, it shouldn't affect you, because once you're subscribed, you should be able to comment in the live chat. You have to be a subscriber, I think, for 60 seconds. So just make sure you did that, and yeah, it's all good. We will be very welcoming to you, because we like having new people around here, and we like older people too. So people who've been here a long time. We like everyone. It's all good. Matt says, Dave, watched your Epiphone video earlier in the week, and your comments about Gibson pricing caught my attention. What price do you think we're looking at for entry-level Gibson in 2023? So this is the interesting thing. So as I was saying in the video, we're looking at Epiphones going up to $1,500, well, about $1,400. There being $100 gap, and then Gibson's $1,500. But it's going to take a couple of years to get there. The current, I think you can get Les Paul specials or Epiphone tributes or something like that for like €1,000 at the minute. That's going to go. So you're first going to see Gibson's just rise in price to about $11.99 or so, $11 to $12.99. So 2023, that's where I think it's going to be first, and then the Epiphones will creep up higher and higher, and you won't have Epiphones higher than Gibson at any point. So the Gibsons are going to have to creep up as the Epiphones creep up. It's going to be a long process, 2 to 3 years probably, but it's starting now. Starting with the prophecy, with the Jerry Cantrell prophecy, which obviously didn't come out this week, so it'll be next week. The reason I was unsure is that somebody told me that they were going to be shipping today to customers, the 30th, and I was like, that's weird, that's a Saturday, so they just made it unclear. So we should be seeing them, I think, on Tuesday as an official announcement, both of them. But again, they might hold it for another week, but apparently they're ready to go. Like the stores have them. The online retailers have them. They're just waiting for word to release them to the public. So keep an eye on your favorite retailer if you want one. Those winos are going to sell fast, I think. So anywho, let's rock on. Any more questions about that? By the way, fire them in, no problems. Trying to answer them. I don't have official details, but I had a conversation with someone who shouldn't have told me stuff. And I think they realized they were telling me more than they should have about 4 months ago. And I kind of was able to put enough together to work it out. Basically, I know that that's what they're planning. By the end of, by 2025, let's say, you won't get a Gibson under 1500 again. Not a chance. So they're working towards that. Badfing says, good for metal and hard rock, Anne, like our boys in Evergrey. Presume I should know who Evergrey are. Apologies. Hammer to Fall was tuned down half step. Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah. Brian May is a bit of a master of everything. He's pretty cool. But that's a great song, Hammer to Fall. Alice in Chains mostly played in E sharp. That's heavy. Yeah, true. Cool V. Thanks, Cushman. Nice to see you, as it always is. Yeah, you guys will see the V more. I'll do a proper video about it once it's actually in playable condition. It came to me in playable condition, but I wanted to change things before I made a video about it, and I haven't been able to make those changes. So, at the moment, it's not fully playable. It needs an adjustment, and it needs, as I said, the bridge changed, and I'm not too happy with the bridge on it, and I'm not too happy with the pickup. The neck pickup is crap. So no point even. I never switch to it when I do use it or have used it, but yeah, the Seymour Duncans should make it sound pretty sweet. Let me see. Marcia says, hey to everyone. I didn't say hey to. If I'm not answering suddenly, I still have to show replacement medical aids what to do around here. There you go. All right, so yeah, we'll be patient with you, Marcia. No worries, you take your time there. All good. Let's see, we've got them down to 40 on the likes. I said 40 to 50. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, as I said, it's a Bonamassa Epiphone rumor, and it's nothing but a rumor. And it could be complete nonsense. It's probably complete nonsense. But if you want to know a complete nonsense rumor, get those likes up to 40 to 50. We'll see what happens. Marcia says, and drop D or E flat, aka half step down, is great to experiment. I also loved open E for She Talks to Angels. That was my first alt tuning. Chai Pup says the Epicantrell wino with Chinese pickups. Yeah, they're Epiphone pickups. There's more Epiphone pickups. They've been developing new pickups, so that's what I'm saying in the video. There's the new 98T. Instead of the 498T, it's just a 98T. So they're going to make a big deal of that when they release the Jerry Cantrells, and they're also working on a couple of other things. There's going to be new Pro Bookers and all that sort of stuff, like Pro Bookers Pro or whatever. I mean, it's not Apple, but that's what they'd call them. Yeah, there's going to be more big deal made of new Epiphone pickups coming soon. I think should be at the NAMM show. They'll announce 5 or 6 different ones. I have no details on them, but I know they're coming. Ultimate Guitars tabs have lots of tabs to experiment with in alt tunings. Or Ultimate Guitar, I should say, is a very cool site. Yeah, I keep forgetting to cancel my subscription, so I keep paying for it every year. So yeah, it's come in handy a number of times. Andrew Collins says, hey, finally got my PRS Silver Sky SE from Sweetwater yesterday. Very cool. Hope you're enjoying it. They had got some in on last Sunday night in Evergreen and Dragon Fruit, and by Monday evening they were out of stock again. There you go. Yeah, they definitely are selling out super quick. Anytime anyone has them, they're just sold. So, this is why I was like not interested in picking one up. I was like, people who really want one are gonna struggle to get them. So I'm glad you got yours. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a cool guitar if you're into not Flying Bees, Silver Skies. Personally, I hope they come out with some better colors next time. Hopefully there will be a new release by the end of the year again of some different stuff with them. That'd be cool. I don't think they'll do any of their fancier finishes, but I'm not a big fan of any of the finishes they did. Anyway, Matt Van Bosch says, if I could ask Epiphone to do anything, it would be to do their version of the Chris Cornell ES335. The Gibson ones are crazy money. Yeah, that'd be cool. I did see, I spent a lot of this week on Reverb because, you know, it's like, it's my birthday. I might buy something. And it must have been a scam. Had a Chris Cornell, like a first run Chris Cornell 335 up for like, I think it was like 1,200 euros or something. I was like, there's no way. If you ever see something like that, it's usually a scam. And if it's not a scam, they'll straight away be like, no, that price was like 12,000. I missed a zero. Sorry, you can't have it. But yeah, it's definitely a weird thing to see when you see something like that. But Chris Cornell, that'd be cool if they were to bring out one of those. Those would sell like hotcakes. Those would be amazing. And we kicked the evening off with Muddy H2O with yet another super chat for a channel, super supporter of the channel. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it so much. He says, I want Epiphone to start a line equivalent to the Murphy Lab. They can call it Meth Lab, which should complement their new price structure as well. I like that, yeah. Welcome to the Epiphone Meth Lab, where, you know, you have to be on crack to enjoy what we're doing. But thanks so much, sir. Murphy Lab, about a year ago, I heard that they were working on having relic'd guitars in the Epiphone range, so it's not impossible that they will eventually crack that, so to speak. But you know, I don't know if that'll be super cool. I guess they could do it. Look, Fender do the Road Worn series for like what? The Vintera Road Worns for like about 1,000. So maybe this bump in price will bring things like that into Epiphones. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I like it. Epiphone Meth Lab. It's a new thing. Gonna do a logo for it. Put it on a t-shirt. I do need. I took off the Freebird special edition t-shirts. They're gone. Never coming back. I mean, maybe we'll see what happens. But yeah, I do need a new limited edition t-shirt. Maybe it's the Epiphone Meth Lab. Sounds like something fun. Anthony says, hello, hope everyone's doing well. Good to see you, Anthony. Hope you're doing well. And thanks for dropping by. John Cadell says, Epiphone jazz guitars, an L5 or a Birdland. Bring them on. Yeah, that'd be cool. L5 would be sweet. I think they make some, or maybe I'm dreaming. I thought or maybe they used to make a couple jazz guitars, but yeah, look, those would be cool ones for sure. Let's see. Baffling 2 says, Ryan, next time you order food, spike it by blowing your nose all over it. I mean, that would be a nice surprise for the person who steals your food. Oh wow, so if it's an Irish holiday weekend, does that mean Dave is posting extra videos this week? Highly unlikely. I go into every week planning to post a video on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Actually, I want to post Tuesday and Friday, but I know I'm probably not going to do it on Friday. So that's my plan every week. Do Tuesday, obviously guitar wish list on Monday, then Tuesday, then Friday. But it just never happens. I've been so busy with everything lately. And then just like, you know, finish the day's work and be like, I'm going to do a video, and then it's bedtime. So anyway, I'll try and put out 2 videos this week. It all kind of depends as well. There hasn't been a whole lot of interesting content to do videos about. There's been stuff, but as I've said before, I don't like to make videos about music content because those videos tend to do badly on my channel. And I don't tend to like doing videos about things like, oh, Gene Simmons said this. Because, you know, Gene Simmons is great and all, and I love his music, but like anyone who's telling me rock is dead, I'm like, shut up. So, so yeah, I'm so that's why I'm trying to keep it guitar central on the channel, but sometimes there's just not anything interesting to me to make videos about. But I will try. I'll try and put out 2 videos this week. We will see, but don't hold your breath. I will definitely get one out. So, you know, I know videos have been slow coming out this last month or so, but I'll definitely get at least one out between Monday and the live stream on Saturday. He says, hopefully. I'll try. I promise I'll try. Let me see then. The Epiphone Bonamassa recorder. They haven't made that yet, have they? Money Hate Show, you're correct. They have not. Maybe that is the rumor that I have to share with you. If we hit 40 likes to 50 likes, let's see how it goes. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But what I can tell you right now is that we're 19 likes away from me even considering telling you the rumor. But we do have about an hour and a half to go. So yeah, let's see how we get on. 18 likes, 18 likes. Good stuff. Nice one, guys. Al says, are you really surprised that Epi crossed the 1,000 line with more to come? I am a little bit surprised because how much can I say about this? I had a conversation once. This is a good while ago, probably 2 years ago. It was shortly after the takeover. And, you know, I was, as I said, the people I talk to who tell me stuff like for example, slash pricing and specs of guitars before they're out and stuff like that. The people who I bounce things off and say, is this real or is this happening or whatever, or try to get information from, they're not like top end guys. They're not people who like work at Gibson or anything, but they work with them closely. So what I heard was that they were going to do lower pricing for Gibsons, but they were going to start not so much making them in the Gibson National Factory. They were going to outsource some of the building of Gibsons. Presumed that was going to mean Far Eastern made Gibsons. Fender have done that with like in Indonesia and China as well. So it wouldn't have been a big surprise to me. But so I was kind of expecting we'd see cheaper Gibsons and then like Epiphones would come up to that price, or there'd be high-end Epiphones that would come up to about 1,000. I think the 1,000 is a psychological barrier for people. People who are shopping for Epiphones are not shopping for over 1,000. I think there's an expectation you're getting into low-end Gibsons at that money. I think that's why you don't see Squires for 1,000. You see Fenders. There might be made in Mexico or made in Japan or whatever, but there's a reason. There's a psychological thing there. So it's weird to me that they've gone that route now, where they're going with the Epiphones going to be the up to 1,400. But we'll see how it works out. I feel like a lot of people are going to be pissed unless they make unbelievable stuff. Like if they make custom shop level gear, which I don't think is likely, but if it's comparable to custom shop guitars and it's 1,500 quid, people will be delighted. But do you really think that's what's going to happen? Because I don't. I think they're going to be pretty good Epiphones, but nothing better than what they're already pumping out on the 900 or so euros mark. So like the Slash Epiphones and the Alex Lifesons and the soon to be here Wino, the Jerry Cantrell Wino, and Adam Jones when that comes out. I think that's actually going to break the barrier as well, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, I am surprised. I think they had other plans. Someone's talking about a Porsche in the chat there. Are they making guitars now? It wouldn't surprise me. It'd probably be pretty cool, to be honest. As is, I think Epi should issue a guitar with a free trip to Aruba for under 1,000. They should do something pretty interesting like that. But that's a cool one. Actually, the rumor that I have to share later on with you is something that I actually think would be really cool if it did come out, but we'll talk about it later. Epiphone should do a Kurt Cobain signature ET270 with a special Fender-like Epiphone branded rectangle tweed case called the In Bloom guitar. Now build it, Epiphone. Yeah, it'd be cool. I was thinking today, wouldn't it be cool to get someone from Gibson and be like, hey, we got some ideas for you. So, you know, they're not going to come on my channel, but, you know, we'll send them an email, be like, would someone come on our channel and talk to me for a minute? We got some ideas. No, they're not going to. But I think what we should do at some, like, I'll collate all these ideas and send them off to Epiphone just for the crack. Be like, hey, we came up with some ideas. So genuine, put your ideas in and we'll see what they say. They'll need to get lost, but hey, Don't expect anything. Ryan says, oh, the Porsche reference was meant porch. I see. I see. You guys are. I know. Seriously, sometimes you make me wonder. um, Let me see. Robert is here. Hi, Robert, all the way from Adelaide in Australia, I believe. Very cool of you to join us every week, Robert, from your Sunday morning. So, thanks very much for doing so. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Todd says, I'd have Epiphone create a replica of your 82 Burst V, tailpiece and all, and and the world could rejoice over the TCDV. Epiphone, if you want to take some screenshots, go ahead. We can work on it. The 3-chord Dave signature Flying V. Very happy with it overall. You can do a custom shop model with all the relicing and everything. Just keep it under 1500. I'm fine. Robert Gallagher's here. Hey Robert, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. John says, I'd like an Epiphone Les Paul that doesn't weigh 40 pounds. Wouldn't we all, sir? Wouldn't we all? That'd be cool. Yeah. Good call, to be quite honest. Let's see. Marshall says, don't forget, I started March 2020. That's how I started with all tunings. I think after a year, I attempted it for the first time. It actually helped me a great deal. It's always good to play around with these things. As I said, I'm very basic at what I do. Like most of my guitars are in standard and they're just, set up as normal. There's nothing fancy about any of them. Stay away from things like big B's and stuff like that. So I'm not the person to be saying like, hey, go experiment. But it's always fun to mess around with things, try them once, see if they work for you. And if they don't, you can always put it back the way it was. Let's see. Muddy H.O. Thank you so much, sir, with yet another super chat. You're super kind and appreciate it. And you said, just kidding, you want Epiphone custom shop Les Trogley with an MSRP of $25,000 and a gig bag included. Happy B-Day V. Thank you. It seems like the price is a little bit inflated there, to be quite honest with you. And what I would say is, yeah, that's kind of par for the course. Not saying anything else about that. As I'm considering a mid-range Epi LP Modern. Those are cool. Dropping into my Dylan DAFs with new pots and tuners. See if I can get it to compare to a new Gibson. The Moderns are pretty cool. I've played around with one a little bit. They're pretty sweet. I like the burgundy one. It's just looks pretty sweet. I would say I think it's very comparable to the Epiphone Muse Les Paul, except the Muse has a slimmer body. And I have one of those. I like it, but I do have it for sale as well. I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just saying it is something that maybe have a look at and see if there's one in a guitar store near you. Compare it with the Modern, because I'm pretty sure, I think the pickups are different in it, but the wiring is the same, I believe, or it's very similar. The pickups could definitely be upgraded in it pretty easily. So yeah, take a look at that. It's a pretty cool guitar. I'm only selling it because it's not the right Les Paul for me, by the way. Which I was telling Bunny earlier, the Les Paul that I'm trying to find is a Les Paul Les from 2015, a Les Paul Les Plus, gold top P90s, and there was only like 200 or 250 of those made, and some dickhead on Reverb has one that he's put his Bigsby on. I'm like, dude, I don't want a Bigsby on it. Put it back the way it was. I'm pretty sure the tailpiece comes with it, but yeah, it just annoys me that he did that. So I won't be buying. Plus, he's priced at about 25% more than it should be. So we'll just wait for him to bring it down and maybe make him an offer on it. But anyways, let's roll on. But that's very cool. Al, the Moderns are very cool guitars. I like them. Ryan says, I'd like to see Epiphone make a version of the Les Paul Supreme. That would be interesting. Yeah, you probably would be talking higher end of the price range that they're moving into for that, to be quite honest. But yeah, Les Paul Supreme would be great. Howdy y'all. Sorry I'm late, Dave. No such things late around here, Asian Redneck. Thanks for dropping by. We'd always appreciate seeing you here. Chris from Coburg is here. Says, hello, camping tomorrow here in Canada. Very cool. Keep an eye out for, wilderness and things, animals and so forth. I believe you got big animals over there. Although when I was there, I didn't see any. So here you go. Pantera was tuned to 432. That's something I will most likely never take the time to do. Neither will I. Even though my tuner app makes it easy to set that. It would be Panterable if I was playing some Pantera. Let's see what you did there. Chris from Coburg on the camping trip. Whiskey, weed, and woods. Yep. I mean, no complaints there. No complaints. My knees hurt. Says, happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, it was my birthday was Monday. V's birthday was Tuesday. So it was very cool. Kalamazoo made, by the way, just in case anyone else had a question about that. Yeah, Kalamazoo was the 16th guitar made on the 26th of April, 1982. They did a good job. Todd Moore says, actually, with the new Randy Rhoads dock coming, I'd like to have an Epi LP custom in white with his or on the headstock where the split diamond normally would be. Well, guess what? I don't know if they're going to do that, but they might. That's actually a really interesting one. That would suit, kind of, especially with a documentary coming out. Wouldn't surprise me if they were trying to get something like that to come out around the time of its release. So keep an eye out. You never know. I know they've got things up their sleeve. I don't know a whole lot of those things that are up their sleeve, but there's definitely going to be some interesting things. I believe we are going to see some interesting announcements at in the summertime. Let's say in the summertime. You know, that big show they're having out in Los Angeles somewhere. So yeah, keep an eye out for Epiphone stuff. If I hear anything as soon as I can, I'll get a video done about it and let you guys know. Al says, I guess I'm lucky to have my Gibson LP tribute with P90s. It has got it as B stock for under 800. That is cool. Yeah, B stock is always worth checking out. Yeah, I mean, listen, I sold my SG special last year, my Gibson SG special, for 800 euros, I believe. I think it was 800 euros, and maybe it was 700. I can't remember. But I just saw one listed and sold quite quickly for, I think it was 1,250. I was like, Jesus, and like an extra 500, 500 in less than a year. That's crazy. So yeah, it's just how the market is going for new guitars. And I think like the secondhand market's died down for most guitars. It really has. It's starting to kind of level off, and we'll get back to reasonable levels very soon. But this move by Gibson is going to push things up for Gibson guitars, unfortunately. But let's see. I don't know. They're going to be able to. We're going to be able to. They're going to be able to keep it. We'll see how it goes. Ryan, what? No way. Look me up next time. Oh, I must have missed something there. Todd. Yeah, calling me out on mixing up sharp and flat. I do that all the time. I don't know why, but every time I see the pound sign, as you guys over the Atlantic say, and the B, I always mix them up. I don't know why. Just there's other things I mix up that I see all the time as well, and I just always get them wrong. So yeah, thanks for calling me out on that. I will not remember, and will do it wrong every single time forever and ever. Don't know why. Oh, a Joe B rumor. Never mind. It's kind of a guitar rumor. It's a guitar rumor. It's an Epiphone Joe B rumor. Yeah, that's all I can say right now. Chinese pickups in the Wino is disappointing. USA at that price should be given. Yeah, I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think there was no word on the prophecy, but I think they're Fishman Fluences. There was no like official spec sheet that I saw, but yeah, they're Fishman Fluences in that. Chinese anything is disappointing. Not Chinese food. So there you go. Unless it gets stolen from your porch. So sorry, Ryan. Yeah, I guess Gibson wants me to buy my guitars from Harley Benton, etc. instead. It's a very good case for that they're making. All right, yeah, and you can be sure that Gibson sales will increase when Gibson's new pricing structure comes in, because they will never learn. So let me see. What have we got here? Cushman says, "Hey Dave, what kind of SDs are you putting in?" I have them here, so let me get them. The vintage blue set. So they, as you can see, they're just plain black, similar to the ones that are in there, so they look exactly the same. And yeah, I just like the sound of these, so I was like, well, they'll do. Eventually, we'll be putting 30 Fingers back in. I want to get an original set. But getting a good set at a good price right now is pretty difficult. So I'm just on the lookout for that, and yeah, hopefully the price of them will come down a little bit. It's not likely to, but hoping. Anyways, let's roll on. Badming says, that's good crack, as they say in Ireland. Did you say that in Ireland? Thought they like Guinness more. We do usually, but you know, it's just the way it goes. It's okay. Skip the dishes. Have another meal on the way. Skip the dishes, I presume, the company. Cool. Well, glad they're taking care of you there, Ryan. Good stuff. Andrew Collins said, would you say that the Line 6 Pod Go is a baby Line 6 Helix, just missing a few features? Hopefully somebody can answer that, because I've never looked at either of them seriously. So don't know, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, somebody I'm sure will be able to answer you that. Martin says, Dave's feeling optimistic today on those likes. Now, Dave just doesn't want to give a rumor. That's probably nonsense. So I set it too high, so it won't be reached. As I said, I'm fairly certain the rumor I've been given is not true. But hey, we'll see what you guys think. I do think it'd be cool if it came to be true, but I don't really think it is, personally. Todd says, props for staying in the focus of guitars for the content of the channel. I fully support your view of the political end being useless. Stick with the important info. Well, I try to, you know, because here's the thing, right? We all have different opinions on things, and it doesn't mean we don't get on, we're not friends, we're not pals, we're not able to have adult grown-up conversations. So yeah, we're a guitar channel, that's what we do. So that's what the goal was. It was to talk about guitars, and honestly, my goal was to get a ticket for the NAMM show someday, and I can do that now if I want to. So I'll keep going so I can go to the NAMM show someday. That's literally has been my goal when I started the channel. So anyway, let's have a look here. What else we got? John says, Dave, how about making some videos on your favorite guitars and what you like about them? Well, because what I like about them is that they're blue. Just seen the next comment. Jess says, Dave, when are the Glory Hole t-shirts coming out? I need the present for someone. When do you need the present, Jess? Is it like urgent? Can you give me a week or two to get an appropriate design? I feel like I don't know. I tell you what. Here we'll double push it. If we hit 40 likes, I'll put a Glory Hole t-shirt up for sale next week. It'll be up by Tuesday. So there you go. There's an incentive right there. But thanks for that, Jess. Appreciate it. Ryan says, if you want secrets about a company, sometimes it's easier to ask the guy who sweeps the floors. Not gonna lie, that is very correct. Also, no comment. Badfing says, Dave, have you seen the new Harley Benton TE62S tellies with the double binding? Yeah, they look very, very cool. They certainly look sharp. They and the TE62CC are an improved version of the TE20. Yeah, those are very cool looking tellies. I have two tellies in this room right now, the TE20 and the Squire Contemporary telly. Clearing out one of them, and the other one will probably just be in the corner or my office desk forever, because it's super cheap. But yeah, I will probably check one of those out over the summer. They just look great. The double binding, It appears to be upgraded electronics and so forth in them. So yeah, they look very, very cool. And the price, I think, is like 150 euros, which is phenomenal. So yeah, they're very, very cool. Dave, get Dr. Epiphone Will Jones to come on your channel, says Scott Bogfoot. Yeah, that'd be cool. I remember seeing him years ago and be like, why Dr. Epiphone? Where did that come from? Well, he seems a cool dude, though. It would be fun to have him on and just talk about Epiphone guitars for a bit. Yeah, that'd be great. Manisar says, that's a pretty guitar. Is an Epi or Gibson? I know you mentioned it last week. It's a Gibson, 1982, made in Kalamazoo. And yeah, it's very cool. I'll do full proper video on it once I've got it all up and running, and hopefully it'll be in the next week or two probably. Matt says, Dave, have you heard any rumors about the return of the Epiphone Elitist Japan range? That would be a way to segment and boost the price quality of the Epiphone range. So Matt, not specifically, but what I've kind of heard is that there's going to be Epiphone Premium, and like it might not get called that, but that's essentially what it's going to be. It's like Epiphone Premium, Epiphone Plus. Like it's going to be, you know, the way they have like the collections on the Gibson website, like they have the artist collection and the designer collection and so forth. Like the Epiphone's version of that's going to be like the premium collection, the signature collection, and so forth. So yeah, so that's where we're headed with that. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was tying in something like the Elitist Japan range coming back. I haven't specifically heard it though, but yeah, it's that kind of thinking, I think, is where they're going. Like the idea is to bring premium guitars to the Epiphone. So they will probably come out and pitch it as this is the custom shop of Epiphone. Because they won't go Epiphone custom shop, I don't believe, but they'll also brand it with the custom shop of Epiphone, Epiphone Premium, or whatever name they go with, something like that. So yeah, but yeah, you're right. It's something to kind of give a reason for this premium price range. It's actually something I hadn't thought of, but that's a very good shout, Matt. So yeah, thanks for that. And Ryan Byrne, thank you so much with the super chat for for the Glory Hall Tea Kickstart Fund. Thank you, sir. Well, look, you got to get everybody. If you haven't hit the like button just yet, make sure you do. Otherwise, you know, those t-shirts might take 4 weeks to arrive. Sorry, guys, I got to get a charging cable. One sec. There's never the right MacBook plugged in. There we go. All right, cool. We're good. We can keep rolling for a bit. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Ryan. I appreciate it. And Al with the super chat for $5. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Listen, everything helps, and it all goes back into the channel, guys. I appreciate that so much. So thank you so much. Glory Hole t-shirts are on the way. We're on 29 likes. We need to hit 40, and you'll have them next week. They'll be in the store next week. By the way, congratulations to the person. I don't know, or maybe it was 2 people. It doesn't show me the details who buys the t-shirts, but 2 people waited till the very last day to buy the Freebird t-shirts, and they got them right at the end, just before I took them off. So well done to you who waited till the end and you got your Freebird t-shirts. They may come back, the Freebird t-shirts. I think it'll be a while though, at least a year before those ones come back. I do have about 10 ideas for other limited t-shirts, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you want Glory Hole ones, just get it to 40 likes. We got 29 at the minute. We need 11 more. So, you know, sign in with your other accounts and things like that. It's all fun. Ryan says, Epiphone 3-necked guitar called the Morpaw. 3-necked guitar. I mean, they could sell it as like a Rick Nielsen signature of some sort, I'm sure. Les Trog, yes. 25,000, no. And Todd says, Les Trogley, yes. Oh, Les Trogley, no. Dude selling all his guitars. Geek Lord is selling. So if you guys want to pick up some guitars from that guy, that's where to get them from. Because yeah, he's having a fire sale, I believe, pretty soon. I think Muddy sent me a thing earlier. He's sending he took, was it $45,000 off his Ibanez. So yeah, the dude is taking his prices down. He needs to take his prices down. And Batfink, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. Appreciate it so much. Honestly, you guys blow me away. Thank you so much. He says, yeah, get that shirt made for Dave's glorious, wholesome guitar chatterboxes. That sounds like a really a really good way of putting it on a shirt. So yeah, very cool. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chats tonight. That's been great. Thank you. Let me see, where was I on the chat here? I'll just catch up. Let me see. Only a gig bag for that's probably no hard shell case. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it was. Scott says Epiphone should make an Ultra 4 Epiphone Les Paul with Gibson electronics. Yes. Oh God, I actually thought that the Ultra 3 was a great guitar when it came out first. I was obsessed with them. And yeah, disappointed. The reason I never actually bought an Ultra 3, because I was like, the Ultra 4 is going to come out and it's going to be amazing. And the Ultra 4 never came out. So yeah, if you don't know, look up the Epiphone Ultra 3. They were pretty cool. Les Paul that Epiphone did must be around, oh God, 2008 or 9, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong on that. It was 2000. It was like more than 10 years ago anyway. But those were cool. I agree with you there, Scott. That'd be great. Let me see what we've got here. Marty McFly 82 Squires says, hey, there you go, Dave. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. Always a pleasure to see you. Scott says, I want everyone to do a Bonamassa SG or a Bonamassa V with Bigsby and aged heavy. Well, 10 more likes, Scott, and I'm going to tell you a Bonamassa Epiphone rumor that I've been told that's probably false. Still going to tell you it anyway. So, yeah, 10 more likes, guys. That's what we got to get to. Ryan says, yeah, an Ultra 4 would be cool. Ultra 2 was the best of those. The Ultra 2 was very cool as well. The tops on those were great. Everyone I saw, anyway. Let's see. John says, tell him to remove the Bigsby and fix it, and then he can sell the Bigsby and sell you the guitar for 200 less. Yeah, it's on the watch list. It's on the watch list. It's one of those where I've kind of wanted one of those because it's a very limited version of that guitar. It's the Les Paul Les, but as well, the thing that puts me off, I don't particularly want to buy too many guitars from America because the import costs and taxes and customs and everything cost me more on top. So it tends to, generally they just pretend the guitar costs 500 and they charge you that. But if you get someone who's having a bad day, they can be like, you know what, you got to pay an extra 700 or 800 on top of that. There's nothing you can do. If they say that's what it is, that's what it is. So yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. Maybe he'll come down in price and take his Bigsby off. I don't really want a Bigsby, so we'll see. I think he thinks it's a selling point. But what I always say is, if you make an upgrade to a guitar, it's only an upgrade to you. Someone buying your guitar is going to think, why have you got that stupid thing on your guitar? So that's just my opinion. And friendly reminder to hit the like button on the stream. Absolutely. So yeah, lots of stuff. Oh, my niece Hurt says, I have friends from Kalamazoo. Excellent. That's very cool. Do any of them happen to work for Heritage Guitars? And if so, do they want an Irish dude to work there? Because I would love that. That'd be great. Yeah, working in that factory would be sweet, wouldn't it? Yeah, very cool. Kalamazoo is where this guitar was made. And for that reason, there's my sole connection to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Although I would like to go there someday just to check out the factory. I believe they do tours. That'd be cool. Just found out that my Gibson Tribute has a baby picture in the case, but doesn't have the poker chip. That's from Al. Baby pictures, I think, actually are a very cool thing that Gibson do. I like them so much. And like, if I bought a Gibson that didn't have one, I would be disappointed. Poker chips, I'm not so worried about. To be honest, I'm not like, I can take them or leave them. If they're there when I buy the guitar, awesome. If they're not there, don't care. They're not on the V, not on my Les Paul, is on my SG. So yeah, very cool stuff in terms of that. But I would say you can get onto Gibson customer service and be like, hey, send me a poker chip, and they will. They should do anyway. Margaret, thank you so much, Margaret, for the super chat. Says, tell us the news. Well, Margaret, I appreciate your super chat. I really do. But I'm going to have to hold off the rumor. I have to stress it's a rumor. But and I'm very, very, very certain it's not 100% thing. But we're very close. We're only 9 likes away, and I will dish the dirt, and we'll have some very inappropriate t-shirts being on the store next week. So yeah, but thank you so much, Margaret. Appreciate that, and thanks for dropping by, being on the stream with us tonight. Appreciate that. Chris, hit the lights. I mean, like, hit both. Why not? Ryan Burns says, who adds a Bigsby to a limited edition gold top? There was a guy selling master-built Strat that he replaced all the electronics and routed the body for humbuckers. Oh, what was he doing? Jesus. Yeah, I hate when people make upgrades to guitars. I really do. Like, honestly, it will put me off buying a guitar if it's not stock. Like, if I want to make changes, that's fine when it's mine. And if I'm selling something I've made changes to, I always put it back. Like, I'll change pickups occasionally and put them back to the stock ones if I am selling them, which I do from time to time, buy and sell guitars. But yeah, that's horrible. That is horrible. If Gibson is going to keep increasing the prices of Epiphones, then what brand will fit the 200 to 500 companies like Harley Benton? Yeah, it'll be Harley Benton. You'll see. Look, Squire are doing a great job of hitting that price range. So it'll be stuff like that. Ibanez has some great stuff. Gibson are going to be pushing a lot more Kramers in that price range as well, I believe. So just a multitude, lots and lots of guitars. Companies will fill the void. PRS has some. I mean, you can kind of get a PRS for that price. SEs anyway, or not for 200 to 500. Around 500 you can. You can just scrape into the PRS market. I think Harley Benton will do quite well. Firefly over in the US will do quite well. US and Canada. Yeah, brands like that. More boutique. Well, boutique is not the right word, but smaller brands will pick up the slack and do quite well. So yeah. Al says, Dave, what do you call the pound sign? We've always, well, yeah, I've always called it the hash sign, and then it became the hashtag, but it was always called hash as far as I was aware, or a number sign, hash or number, but it would always be hash in my house. John, March says to John, I still think they'll make a low-priced guitar. There'd be a revolt otherwise. Epiphone will still be making them. Yeah, Epiphone will still do everything from 99 up. It's not just going to be the expensive ones. It's going to be like an addition to the things. Like, they'll still make the lower end range that they're making now. It's just they'll also have a higher end on top. And it'll affect some of the things that they're doing. Like, some of the signature models will become premium models rather than their current signature models. So that's all it is. Yeah, they'll still be there. Yeah, 100%, Marcia. You're right. There would be a revolt if they stopped selling them cheaply. Plus, they'd lose a lot of money. Epiphone's had 2 amazing years, like some of the best years they've ever had. So has Fender. Gibson have had a couple of years. That's why they're selling guitars for 60 grand now. Yeah. So anyway. Colin from the Guitarist said that I should make a video about Gibson's $60,000 Flying V's, complaining about them, or not complaining about them, but giving out, doing an old Gibson rant. It's been a while since I've done a Gibson rant video, really, not an official one. So yeah, if you want to see that, hit the like button as well, because that's another idea that we could dive into in the next couple of weeks. They have been doing some things, but anyway, let's just go roll on. Scott says, I want Fender to do a telly with Ratfink on it and a Strat with Mr. Horsepower on it as a pair. That's interesting. That is interesting. All I want Fender to do is to do another run of Troublemaker tellies. Just please do them. Do Made in Mexico Troublemaker tellies. That's all I want. I'll buy like 5 of them if you do that. It'd be great. Let's see. Batfink2 says, Scott Bugfoot, I've heard 432 hertz is supposed to be a healing frequency. I don't think Pantera is healing music. I mean, there could be, but probably not. um, yeah, very soothing and healing. Pantera. David Ruiz. Hi, David. Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping me that message earlier this week. By the way, still working on it. Have sent out some feelers. I'll get back to you when I find out what the best approach with it is. Be honest with you, I'm probably not going to mention too much about it on the channel, but feel free to say whatever you want. But yeah, I have been checking out a lot of people's opinions on it. People who kind of know people and so forth. So we'll see. As soon as I know something, I'll get back to you. Promise. Marcia said, I would not take part in such a revolt. I would. If they stopped selling decent guitars for low money, I would for sure be a part of it. I've been making so many videos. The channel might get quite popular, so I should be rooting for that to happen. John says, Batfink, I play harmonica professionally and we tune our harmonicas at 442 hertz. Interesting. That's cool, John. You learn something new about someone every day. Good stuff. James Severin says, hello, Chord Dave. Hello, James. How are you? Bought a new Gibson classic Les Paul Mod Shop guitar. Excellent. Those are cool. The Mod Shop do some interesting things. I would love to know more about it. So yeah, let us know what the mod features are on that. That's awesome. Cushman, nice pickups, Dave. Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to get them in the guitar and get playing through them. Money H2O says, wait, this is a guitar channel? No, this is actually a travel show where I take first class tickets to far-flung destinations and review $2 food from the street. Some people call it street food. So yeah, the last place I went to and did that was Kalamazoo, Michigan. I wish. So anywho's, let me see. What have we got here? Muddy H2O, thank you so much. Yet another super chat. You're too kind to me, sir, in all of the ways. And it's kind of cryptic. I'm not sure what this means, but you can you're gonna have to explain this one to me. I think let me get it here for you, guys. Let me get myself back on the screen so we can see what's happening. There we go. So I'm not even going to pretend I know what that is. You can fill me in. But yeah, that's that. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that a lot. God, I lost my place. There we go. It's right there. Yeah, guitar channel, travel channel. It's what I want to do. Travel channel. Jess is pleading for 40 likes, and yeah, come on, 40 likes. I'm not sure if that's play on words, but we've got 9 more to go. 9 more likes, guys. We've got about 50 minutes. There is 35 people watching. We got to get to 40 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, just do it for Jess, if nothing else. Patrick 2 says, John, I wasn't aware of that, and that you could tune them. So yeah, neither was I. That's actually very interesting. John's suggestion is Dave's Whole Glorious Pub. Cheers. Indeed. Like. So we got lots of incentives for likes, guys, by the way, today. Who's buying me a Glory Hole tea for my birthday on May 22nd? I don't know. But yeah, that's just presuming we get to 40 likes. We 6 to go. 6 to go, guys. I think we can do it, to be quite honest. Patrick says, I'll buy one for you, Marcia, but you have to leave a comment on my FB music page. There you go. There's a great offer there, and sharing and supporting the group. That's a great idea. Ryan is trying to buy the likes. I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool thing to do. Stephen Orbell, nice to see you. I'm all in on the Glory Hole tea. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Thanks, Steve. Kushman says, I own 3 elitists. Awesome instruments. Yeah, they're very cool. Very hard to get a hold of as well. But yeah, so I've never had one. But oh my God, we're on 36 likes. I think we actually are going to do it. Damn it. John says, I teach, tune, and repair harmonicas. Very cool. You can tune harmonicas in several different tunings. That's interesting. Yeah, I thought you just had to buy whichever tuning you wanted. I know you can get different tunings in them, but I didn't know you could tune them. So there you go. You learn something new every day. Cool stuff, John. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. Now Al's in. Everyone is buying the likes here. That's what happens. People do super chats all over YouTube. There's a new thing on YouTube, which I don't have on my channel. You can do super chats on all videos. So yeah, it's interesting. People make a lot of money. Usually people who wear less clothes than I do, they make lots of money through stuff like that. I'm not wearing less clothes because I live in Ireland, and that's how it goes. Robert says, thinking of getting some Dirty Fingers pickups myself. Dave, what do you like about them, or is it just a stock thing? It started off being a stock thing and never having strong feelings about them. But that bridge pickup right there is one of the best pickups I have ever heard in my life. It is phenomenal. And yeah, it looks like it hasn't ever been changed out. Like the pots and everything for it look like it's the original. The neck pickup has definitely been changed. It's a much more modern pickup, and it's not as good at all. In fact, it's terrible. I think it might even be a knockoff pickup. I'm not sure. But the guy did tell me that. He was like, the bridge pickup I think is original. He was like, I'm not sure what the neck pickup is. So I think he knew it wasn't going to be great. But what I like about it, it's just got a dirty sound. It just sounds very cool, like dirty rock kind of sound from it in that bridge pickup anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure about the new ones. That's why I kind of want the old one. So if I can get a neck pickup, a neck one by itself, I will. But a vintage set, like an early 80s set is currently running about 600 euros. And you know, I can get a pretty decent Epiphone right now for that. So so yeah, I don't know when I'm going to pick that up, but you know, the Seymour Duncans will do me for now. But Robert, do it, man. I think you will enjoy them. They're from that bridge pickup alone, I fully recommend them. So yeah, bear with me here 2 seconds, guys. Be with you in 1 sec. All right, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, hopefully that answers that. Money says, making dreams come true, one hole at a time. I'm not sure if you're on 2 channels at once or if that was meant for this channel, but it sounds like an inappropriate comment, and I applaud it, sir. So thank you. John says, Geek Lord's mum isn't giving him money anymore. Maybe not. Maybe that's what's happening. He's certainly selling some stuff, that's for sure. Al says, hey, just a thought. How about a Marty McFly 335 Epiphone? They should do Marty McFly signature. They really should. But you know, who knows? If they'll ever get around to it, it'd be sweet. I would be on that all day long. Mohammed, nice to see you, Mohammed. Thanks for dropping by once again. It says, hey all, have a good heckin' evening. Yeah, it's the same to you. Thanks for dropping by. Ryan says, Marty McFly 88 Special Edition 335 in brushed aluminium with black binding. That'd be sweet. That would be sweet. And Muddy got it. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm not going to lie. It's an ES345. Dave's head would explode. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 345 Marty McFly edition would be great. Yeah, it would just have all the money. Just give them all the money. There you go. You can have it. It'd be great. I would enjoy the hell out of that. Ryan says, sorry, I meant the V, not a 335. That'd be a V would be even better. Yeah, I can't argue with that whatsoever. So yeah. So let me see what we've got here. Muddy H2O, yet another super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. as you know. There's only a few more likes for the Glory Hole t-shirt reveal. For the Glory Hole reveal, the new secret t-shirt design. I hope I don't mix those up. Yeah, so we will try and we'll try and not mix those up. Thank you so much, sir. Super kind of you. 3 likes left. We got 3 likes left to confirm a Glory Hole t-shirt and maybe get you some probably false rumors about Epiphone and Joe Bonamassa, our good friend Joe Bonamassa. So yeah, check that like button. If you haven't hit it yet, do that. And by the way, just in case you want just a regular t-shirt, this is what they do look like. As you get a blue one, it says 3 Chord Dave on it. That's very cool. I have one of those myself in blue, I think. And as you can see, I got the black one. Just move the old beard out of the way. You can see it's 3 Chord Dave. It says on it right there, in gold and in a font that I did not steal from a certain guitar manufacturer. Moving on. Yeah, you can check those out. Links are in the description of all my videos. And yeah, check it out if you want to support the channel. It's a great way to do it. And yeah, there's always links in the description as well to affiliate links and stuff that'll help out the channel. Every penny raised by the channel does go back into the channel in the form of usually buying stuff for the channel. So for example, I bought camera equipment in the past and batteries and lights and all sorts of stuff. So thanks for all of your support. Watching a video is a lot of support. So thank you to all of you who've done that. My knees hurt says, none of my friends from Kalamazoo still live there and none play guitar either. That sucks. Yeah, it'd be cool if it did, but hey, it's still cool to have a link to Kalamazoo because a lot of guitar history there along the way. But hey, might visit someday, who knows? Matt Van Bosch says, let's get those 40 likes. I need a Glory Hole tee. I think we're 2 away, guys. We're 38 likes. I'm trying to decide whether we're 39 likes, so we just need 1 more. But hang on though. We have 1 dislike, which is equal to 10 minus likes. So yeah, we got another 10 likes to go now because we just hit 40 likes. So you guys, but we need to get 50 now because the 1 dislike. So sorry, dudes. Someone ruined it for you. We got to get 10 more likes. All right, here's my promise to you. We hit 40 likes. I appreciate that so much, guys. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. So look out for it. On Tuesday, I will reveal a Glory Hole t-shirt on my Teespring store. It's linked in the description of all my videos. And yeah, those of you who are interested in one, you can have one. So, it'll be a limited edition. It'll run through May, and May 31st, it'll disappear. So Jess, because you requested it, so it's your fault. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the likes. That actually helps the channel a lot. It really does. So appreciate it. And it will also help you guys get more notifications from me, because what's been happening lately is people are not getting notifications a lot of the time. Now, this week, the video on Thursday went out to loads of people, and I think it's sitting on around 3,000 views at the minute. So lots of people watched it. My videos for the last couple of months haven't been going out. Hitting like and stuff like that helps YouTube push out or know when to push out a video. So thanks so much for that. That's why I said, let's hit a big target. I'll tell you the Bonamassa rumor in about 10 minutes. Now that we've hit it. All right, guys. So cool. We got it. Thank you so much. Anyway, 3 Chord Dave. John N says, 3 Chord Dave. Hello. Yeah. Hey, John. Thanks for dropping by. Good to see you. Mohammed says, the Flying V looks pretty cool. How does it sound, though? Well, depends who's playing it, Mohammed. Through myself, sounds all right. As I said, the bridge pickup is phenomenal. So that's going to be kept. I'm going to probably pop that into something else in the meantime while it's not in the V. While I put in the vintage blues set that I have here that I'm popping in, the Seymour Duncans. So they're going in next week. Just have a complete set in there. The neck pickup in it at the minute, it sounds like crap, but yeah, it sounds pretty good. It's pretty cool. If you missed it, Mohammed, that guitar is 40 years old. It was made the day after I was born, so that's why I bought it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Loving it. Got it in January this year. yeah. So still, it should be up and running 100%. All the work should be done on it next week. So hopefully I'll make a video then about it. Definitely in the next couple of weeks. John N says, fantastic V. Congrats. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. It definitely looks great on camera, doesn't it? Like, if anyone wants to hire this for a music video, we can talk, because it just looks amazing in that shot. Like, I'm struggling not to look at it. I have it on 3 screens in front of me right now. It's very hard not to just stare at that guitar, just for me personally. Anyway, Matt says, Epiphone / Gibson boosting Kramer as their budget brand is a good shout. The Beretta specials are great value. Yeah, I think they're really going to push it in the next year. I think that's what we're going to see. But yeah, I agree with you there. It is a pretty cool guitar, the Beretta specials. I'm not a big fan of them myself, I have to say, but they are cool at the same time. I know that sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but I like when they're doing stuff that's different, and they're different. Let's see. I hope Dave will record before and after video. Dave's going to change the pickups. I'd love to hear what the V sounds like too. The thing about that is the pickups are going to be changed while some other playability things are done. Like the bridge is going to be changed, and the it needs a neck adjustment as well. So it's not 100% playable right now. So I might do a before and after video. I'll have to just wait and see. But because it'd be worth playing that bridge pickup. I know I keep mentioning it. It's over there somewhere. It is great though, and I might even show you in behind the brass plate, show you what it's like, and then you can judge it. It doesn't look like a very professional job in there, let me tell you, but it's okay. It's just maybe it wasn't a Friday because it was a Monday. So. But yeah, they were definitely rushing if they did it in the factory. But yeah, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. Scott says, always pound sing to me before interwebs, or pound sign to me before the interwebs made a hashtag. Always thought it was German for something. Yeah, hash. It was always called hash here, the pound sign. As I said. So let me see what we've got here. The Troublemaker tellies are great. Yeah, I love them. There was a Parallel Universe one for sale near me that is gone when I went back for it. Yeah, I had one of the Japanese ones for a minute, but it had a problem that had to go back. It was like the bridge pickup wouldn't sit down properly. It just wasn't routed out properly on the in the cavity. I could have tried to fix it myself, but as I said, I don't like when people do that. Don't do home repairs. I don't do home repairs on my guitars unless I have to. That's a 40-year-old guitar. They're not going to repair it for me. So it's time to make those changes. And if I ever do decide to sell this, I'll pop those pickups back into it, and it'll be exactly as it is right now, with the neck adjusted, obviously. And I'll probably put that bridge back on it as well, even though it's not the correct one. So the correct one is on the way. It's the last thing that has to come to be fixed. But yeah, the Troublemaker telly's unbelievably great. The Japanese one played great as well. It just wasn't right, so I had to send it back, unfortunately. The only time I've ever bought a white guitar, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, you guys know I'm not a big fan of white guitars or black ones, but that was the only time I bought one, and it was a great guitar. There is a video on the channel of it, by the way. I believe it's entitled something along the lines of my favorite Les Paul is a Telecaster. Something like that. It's a very old video. Like, it's one of the first videos I did on my channel. It's like the first 6 months or something, and I wasn't set up well. There you go. Matt says, oh, hang on. Yep. Matt says, Fender need to do a Squier range or P90 tellies that aren't a baritone. Seems so obvious to do. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But who knows? Maybe. I believe, like, I think Squier, I think Squier are doing some great stuff. Like that 40th anniversary range is fantastic. Some really beautiful guitars in there. So you never know. Fingers crossed, because they seem to be like listening to what people are liking and enjoying and wanting. It's like people have been after those anodized pick guards for ages on Squiers, and you can just buy them on a guitar already in great color choices. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them do stuff like that eventually. But very cool stuff altogether. From you there, Matt. Appreciate that. Who are y'all favorite Flying V players? Mine are Hendrix and Albert King. Mine is Muddy H2O. He and I have a mutual love of the Flying V. And in fact, it was Muddy H2O who pushed me into buying it. I was like, I don't know, I think I'm going to buy this. And he was like, just do it. So I did. Do what I'm told. But yeah, Albert King, 100%. Let me see. Yeah, it would be Albert King. Slash plays a Flying V actually quite a lot. Yeah, he played one in recording sessions. He plays a V quite a lot. But I think Albert King would probably be the one for the most part that would be that I'd go to. The Hendrix thing, like I like the whole Hendrix thing, but like if you're talking Hendrix, it's Strats, isn't it, for me? But in terms of blues players, it would be Albert King for sure. Japanese Fender Strat is what I want, but the ones that came out here lately were Paisley, not my thing. Yeah, not into the Paisley ones myself either. Let me see. Marge says, let's see Dave feel that one. I thought I did quite a good job deflecting it, to be quite honest. Scott says, I know what that is. No, still no idea. Still no idea. Anyway, moving on. Fender has the Noventa series with P90s. Sounds like they're not selling according to Casino Guitars. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if they're selling or not. They're pretty cool. I think. Oh yeah, I think they did a video saying that they were kind of not hits or something, or misses or whatever. Okay, Marsh is enjoying my not knowing what Muddy meant. Let me see. Travel show. Dave, can you take us on an international glory hole tour? I have a friend who is in the business who would, like the film business, who would actually produce that. We need to know which city has the top tier ones. Feel like that city is probably on lockdown right now and will be for the next 6 months. Jess says, I'm getting so excited for my glory hole t-shirt. +1 for my friend's 40th. I feel like your friend's gonna be very surprised. Oscar Lee harmonicas. I have a bunch of older marine band harps that I used to play. It's from My Knees Hurt. Very cool. Ryan Burns says, I'm pretty sure I played one today at a shop with P90s, and they also had a Mexican with P90s. One of them had a single, the other had two. Don't remember which. It was probably a Noventa. Yeah, probably a Noventa. I think that's a good shout. I completely forgot about them. So maybe that's why they're a miss, as Casino were saying. Yeah, absolutely. Scott wants a melodica. That'd be cool. You should get one if that's what you want. It's all good. Kushman says, oh no, sorry, Margaret says, it's a great looking guitar. Thank you. I presume that one. I'm just going to assume it was that one. Thank you. Yeah, it is. This super chat has come in once again from the wonderful Muddy H2O. Thank you so much. Says, even though it's my second favorite YouTube channel, what a great community you have. There is a whole lot of love here. Bravo, everyone. Bravo, Muddy H2O. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Yeah, community is the best thing about this channel. I will 100% say that. So if you're one of the new people who is on the channel and you're like, check out this Chord Dave Live thing, what's it all about? It's just a community of people who are pretty cool. A lot of them are cooler than me. All of them are cooler than me. I'm just the one with the microphone. So yeah, but no, some cool stuff goes on here every week, and the community is the best part. So thanks for that, Muddy. Appreciate it so much, sir. Thank you. Cushman NYC says, plain top LP, gold top LP, LP custom, all are great. That's for the elitists that he has. Yeah, not jealous, not at all. Not one bit jealous of that. Maybe a little bit. Where am I now? Batfink 2 says, that's cool, Scott, but I want an electric Flumbatron. You would want an electric Flumbatron. But good shout, Batfink. Good shout. Appreciate it. Al says, you all just reminded me I need to go down to my local shop. They let me play guitars there and don't mind that I won't play Wonderwall, or Stairway? Wow. Although I think the whole Stairway thing is overdone. Like, I mean, you see all these people making videos, gonna play the forbidden riff. Like, pretty much every time I've been in a guitar shop, I've heard someone play it. Like, is it that big a deal? I suppose, like, if you work in a shop, you're going to be tormented by whatever people are playing anyway. So, because they're, you're going to get people playing great or showing off, or then people who are crap who are trying to be good, which I've done many times. So, I presume you just have to have good earplugs or noise cancelling headphones when you work in a guitar store. Does anyone actually have Dirty Fingers pickups for sale? Only ever see used on Reverb. Musicstore.com, which is a German store. So it's basically a competitor to Thomann, actually. They had some last week of the new ones. It's probably not helpful because I believe you're in Canada. But they ship worldwide like Thomann do. But yeah, they're hard to get, the modern ones at the minute. But yeah, because I'm looking out for pickups, and I do have kind of a search. I just search occasionally for Dirty Fingers. If I see any, I will let you know. But yeah, they're hard to get. They are definitely hard to get. Mohammed says, to Scott, I own a melodica and only play meme songs or Piano Man by Billy Joel on it. I remember someone asking me to play Piano Man by Billy Joel on guitar. It was the end of that conversation. Question for Dave and the pub. I'm never going to learn to use a Soldier. What brands can I buy that have wire clips for connecting the pickups? Gibson. They probably, I don't know if they brought that into, or Epiphones, actually. Epiphones have quick connect system, I believe, now. Yeah, they do. And so Epiphone pickups, so if you can buy Epiphone pickups, you can do that with them. I know the pro bookers do anyway. So hopefully that helps. Margaret, is this a golf channel? Nah, it used to be, but I don't know nothing about golf. So just going through the genres. So, Jersey Shore Guitar Garage sells quick connects. Yeah, I think you can get them for pretty much any type of pickup. I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's not too difficult to learn to solder, John, if you don't mind making a mistake or two at the beginning. But look, here's the thing: at the beginning, you're not going to be the tidiest person doing it, but and years later, like me, you're not going to be the tidiest person doing it. But it's not that difficult. You just have to be careful. That's all. Take your time with it. It's good YouTube videos. I think Stu Mac has a video on it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they do. They have pretty much a video on everything. The Asian Redneck says, gotta run. Hope you all had a great rest of your weekend. We'll finish watching on the replay. Thanks, Asian Redneck. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, enjoy the rerun or the replay. So take care of yourself. Have a good weekend. Scott says, ever been a V with a Veritone switch? I'm thinking there was, but I don't. It's not ringing a bell. Like, I feel like the answer is yes, but I can't think what one it was right now. Yeah, it sounds like something there should have been. But then again, Veritone switches, I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest. The only way I would have one on a guitar is 345 or a Lucille, which is more or less the same thing. But yeah, those are, I mean, I know not quite the same thing, but they're very, 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 very similar. There has to be one. What is it? It'll come back to me probably at 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me see. So we're just about to hit 40 likes. There we go. Scott says, what's the beer? So there you go. It is this one. It's Hop Seekers Deep Sea Double IPA. It is says here, this full-bodied hoppy double IPA is bursting with citrus and tropical fruit flavors. A sweet first impression gives way to an explosion of orange, pink grapefruit, and tangerine. let's just test those claims. Yeah, it actually does. Oh yeah. Yeah, the old pink grapefruit came through on the back end there. Guys, around 45 likes. Thank you so much for hitting that. Oh, I did say I would tell you the Bonamassa stuff. Right, this is... I want to be very clear. Right? This is probably nonsense. But I was talking to someone earlier today and they said to me, did you hear about what's happening with Bonamassa's signature model with Epiphone this year? And I said, no. And they said, well, here's what it is. It's going to be... Are you ready? So, you know, Bonamassa gets a signature model from Epiphone pretty much every year. And this is what I think this would be cool. I think this would be cool. A Bonnibird in Pelham Blue. Now, if you're not aware what that is, basically a Les Paul with a Firebird headstock, more or less. Firebird headstock? I think so. So anyway, that's the rumor I was told today. I was like, that's what it's going to be. Now, if that's what it is, I'm a happy man. But I do not think that's actually what it's going to be. So that's the rumor. You earned it with the 45 likes. Thank you so much. As I said, don't take it too seriously. Take it with a very large pinch of salt. And if I get any confirmation of anything like that, I will let you know as soon as possible. But for today, it was just, this is what's happening. But it's from a very sketchy person who has never told me anything that's true. So don't rely on it as definite information. But it would be cool, wouldn't it? I think those are very cool guitars. But I think they did... There's quite a small run of those from the Kit Custom Shop, I believe. Let me see. Anyway, John said, no cheating, Dave. You can't take off the dislikes. Why not? It's my channel. Damn it. I'll do what I want. Let's see. Marcia says, my stream froze when someone disliked. I feel like that's a consequence of the dislike. In fact, I have it set up. If you dislike it, your stream will freeze. So Marcia, what you do that for? Oh, John says buffering as well. So I don't know, maybe YouTube's having the issues. Let me see. Is the stream strength good? I know it is. It says excellent condition. So hopefully, it might have dipped for a second. Sorry about that, guys. I know it's probably about 20 minutes ago. Let's see. Dennis Flock says, hey, Dave. Hey, Dennis. Nice to see you, as it always is. And Maria shows it somewhere. Glenn just shed a tear of joy. Glenn told me he was going to watch the replay, or he was going to watch it like not live because he had a family event today. So when he gets to this part, he's probably shedding tears of joy. I'm sure he is. And you're welcome, Glenn. We're looking forward to your return next week. Yeah, for sure. For sure. He'll be happy, I think. Al says, sorry, I missed something about posting guitar pictures on your Facebook page. Yeah, so there's a link to the Facebook group in the description of all the videos, and people post guitar pictures in there. Ryan's been posting some very cool ones lately. Scott Bogfoot has posted stuff in there. It's very cool. I haven't so much, but those guys are killing it, posting in some very cool stuff. So really do appreciate that from the guys. But you want to check out some, for example, Ryan posted one this afternoon, Irish time, that is very, very cool. It's an Epiphone special, but you should definitely go check it out because it's a very rare edition, like a limited custom shop edition. Very cool. You should check that out on the Facebook page if you have time and you're interested in seeing guitars on Facebook. Butterfly Effect says 44. It's up to 47 now, so that's great. Cushman NYC, better than the Gibby, really. Oh, that's about the Epiphone Elitists. Yeah, as I said, those are very cool. Love to get my hands on one. So, but we'll see. You know, there's time. There's time. And so many guitars on my wish list already. But there you go. I thought hash is food in the UK, and some places it may be. That is possible. I'm not in the UK. So Dennis says, hey Dave. Hello from Chicago. Hello to Chicago. Never played a V, but I'm intrigued. Too bad Squire can't make a classic vibe version to give one a go. Every classic vibe I've had really punches above its weight. Yeah, classic vibes are great. Like there's a genuine argument to be made. Classic Vibe or Player Series Fender. Um, I've never played a Classic Vibe that was bad. I've never actually played a Fender Player Series, so uh, I can't say they're good or bad. But I know people have had issues with them, and they seem quite basic. So I know for me, Classic Vibes are great. Um, that's the first V I played, and I had to wait for it to arrive from the States before I ever played it. But it's they're fascinating once you get comfortable with it, and you get into the rhythm of playing one. It's nothing like it. It's very very cool. Um, yeah, it's great. I really do love it. Like I'm an SG man. I love an SG, but the V is coming very close now that I've got that one. So, uh, was talking for quite a long time this week about actually adding more V's to the collection over time. So yeah, V's are great. You should check them out if you do get a chance. Maybe just check it out in your local guitar store, or if you ever get to a guitar in a town that has a good guitar store that has one, check them out because they're cool. Play around with seating positions and stuff. Al says I got busted for hash some years ago. That'll happen, Al. Yeah, absolutely. You got to go places where it's cool. Cushman says, "Gotta run, Dave. Great show. Thanks, Cushman, for dropping by. Really appreciate it. Thanks for sharing all that info with us. Really appreciate it." Al says, "Oops, I wasn't supposed to tell. Don't worry, Al. Your secret is safe with all of us and like the internet forever and ever." Um, no, all good stuff, Al. It's all good. Um, Ryan says, "Who hasn't? I was the first guy in my city charged for magic mushrooms." Um, yeah, magicians sometimes get in trouble for their mushrooms. Um, Shuggy says Fender are doing some cool stuff. Yeah, genuinely they are. Genuinely impressed with their bass breaker amps. Haven't checked them out yet myself, but yeah, looking at amps more towards the end of the year, I believe. Myself was when I'm hoping to look at amps or pick up a new amp or two. But yeah, they're doing great stuff, Fender. I really like where they've been the last couple of years. So thanks for dropping by and thanks for popping that in there. Marcia says, I just realized Scott and Todd haven't said a word for a while. Are they still here? They're probably just enjoying the ambience of the three chord Dave glory hole environment. And if you're new, that's just a running joke. Don't be worried. It's just a thing. T-shirts will be available next week. Marcia says Fender's definitely doing some cool stuff and some odd stuff too, but I commend him for taking risks. Nothing wrong with it. John says Albert King played his V upside down because he was left-handed. That's true. And Van and Earlwine worked on it. That's true. Dan Earlwine. Sorry, Van Earlwine. Yeah, absolutely. Todd says he's here. The weather where I live is getting a bit rough, so I was paying that some attention for a minute. Thanks for noticing. Take care, Todd. Yeah, look after that weather because it can be super weird out that part of the world. And Todd, with the lovely statement, and this is why when Todd says, "Hey, check out this guitar," I do a guitar wish list on it. He says, "No one has a better channel than Dave." Thanks, Todd. That means a lot to me. It really does. Thanks so much. And thanks for being part of it because you guys are all a huge part of it. Badfing says, yes, corned beef hash. Yeah, that's a thing. I've heard of. It's more of a UK thing, I think, than Irish here. And Shuggy says, yes, I like that they're taking some risks. Not always perfect. The bass breaker sounds great, but a nightmare to service due to circuit layout. Not circus layout, circuit layout. Yeah, sounds great though. Hopefully we don't need to get serviced too often. But yeah, they make some great guitars, that's for sure. Andrew Collins says, did the Fender Player Plus guitars really ever take off with those strange colors? Yeah, those have sold crazy. Like some of them are acquired tastes, I would say, but some of them just flew. From what I've heard, and then of course they've got things like the Meteora is in the Player Plus series, and people who wanted one of them are snapping them up. They're doing really well. So yeah, But that's the thing with Fender. They kind of have their ear to the ground. If people are like calling for stuff or saying they want stuff, they definitely listen to that. And enough people are saying they go and do it. I think the Player Plus series is interesting. I would go that route probably if I was going with a Fender. I'd start looking at that. I really like their Ventera stuff though, so I'd probably end up with a Ventera. But yeah, some people just like odder colors. I suppose I don't like their burst things or their fades or whatever they're called so much, but if they did them more traditionally, I think I'd like them a bit better. Anyway, moving on. Al says, does Muddy H2O have a channel? We should ask him. We should ask him. Scott says, my issue with Fender Squier is they just keep doing too many new things. Very seldom do anything stick around long enough to pick up new if you don't jump on it right away. I suppose that Noventa series that we were talking about earlier is a good example of that. Because I remember when those came out, I was like, those are cool. I should check those out. And then I completely forgot about them until they were mentioned in the chat there. So yeah, it's a good point to come and go. I think that's why they're having such great times though at the minute, because they literally can't keep guitars. They can't make them fast enough. They're selling guitars left, right, and center. One of my favorite things they've done lately is the Squier Contemporary Telly, which I did pick up. And as you guys know, I do have it for sale at the minute on my Reverb store, but it's not to say it's not a great guitar. It's just not the right telly for me. I have my eye on another telly, actually two other tellies, but I have my eye on a lot of stuff. So yeah. Ryan says, yeah, that's what I find. If I don't buy it right away, I'm always a day late. Yeah, but don't worry guys, the second-hand market is calming down. So sooner or later, the second-hand market's not going to be that bad a place. Probably, I'd say by the end of the year, it's going to be pretty stable again. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it's not, unless you're after Gibsons. Muddy says he does not have a YouTube channel. Not interesting enough for that. That's not true. We all know that. But yeah, I don't need the competition, so let's just pretend that's true. Purely because I don't need the competition. I would lose. So anyway, thank you. Money's says, I'm working on a solo from Stairway, but never tried to learn the main riff or chords. Can't play cover songs at all. Interesting. Yeah, I play a bit of Zeppelin, so I'll just get like, oh, I'd love to play that song and dig into tutorials and stuff, and then I get obsessed with just playing that song all the time. Can be fun. Some of the riffs are really fun, and they're not that difficult once you put in a few hours into them. Been playing Black Dog for quite a while now. Pretty fun song to play once you get that riff down. Al says, I tried playing Stairway, but I fell down them. There's no stairs in my house, so I'm safe from falling down the stairway at the moment. Wayne McConnell, nice to see you, Wayne. Thanks for dropping by. Says, greetings from Kelowna. There you go. Because I've been pronouncing it wrong. Kelowna, British Columbia in Canada. I'm a big fan and love your show. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks so much. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, glad to have you here. Thanks for dropping by. Margaret says, all the talk about holes. Is that for the golf reference? Yeah, it's a thing. It's a running joke from like one of the earliest live streams. It came up. It all began when we talked about Steel Panther, and it's Steel Panther's fault, but it just keeps coming back. There's nothing I can do about it, so I just had to embrace it. I'm sorry, but at the same time, it is kind of funny. And if you like Steel Panther, or if you don't know who Steel Panther are, you can look up them on YouTube, but you probably shouldn't. They're funny. I like them. They're a very fun band. Todd Moore says, I only play forbidden riffs when trying out guitars. I play them loud too. See, that's how you go about it. You just own it. Just go for it. That's how you do it. Jess says, what is the neck like on the Flying V? It's not bad. It's not. I think it's like it's a C profile. It's not very chunky, but it's also not a slim neck. It's somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I'll have to measure it and get the exact measurements and stuff for it, but just playability, it's very playable. but it's not a slim neck. It's not a slim taper neck or anything. So yeah, anyway, we will see in that video, because when I do proper measurements, because I haven't done that yet. But what I will say is I was afraid it would be too chunky, because I'm not a huge super chunky neck guy, and it was very, very enjoyable to play. So yeah, I'll get measurements and stuff when I do a video for you, let you know that for sure, Jess. Scott says, I thought the beer label was a I Want to Believe UFO poster. It does kind of look like that from afar. Yeah, there's another one. So this was like a birthday present beers. And there's another one kind of tropical that looked a little bit more like that. But yeah, it's that would be a cool beer, actually. Might get into the beer business. And here's John who says, hi, Dave, hope you're well. It's been a while. Sorry. No worries, John. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. My knees hurt says I'm drinking ESB. So here in Ireland, that's the electricity supply board. So yeah, not a fan of drinking that. Not a fan of blue unless it's blue jeans. No, that's the best color for guitars, to be honest with you. So, I just say that because for some reason over the last few years, I have bought an unreasonable amount of blue guitars. And yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I currently have 6 blue guitars out of 10. Moving on. SB says, hello everyone, sorry I'm late. No such thing as late around here, SB, glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Scott says, another friggin' Paul, but I'd still get it. Yeah, but again, that's probably not true at all. Todd says, a blue Bonnibird could be real, I think. Not saying it is, of course, but it's a thing I could see happening. Yeah, I could see it happening. I just don't believe the person who told me, to be honest with you. Blue Bonnibird would be cool, but instead of his name across the fretboard, they might consider fret marker inlays of his likeness. That might put me off. Scott says, my live chat keeps stopping. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's showing me that it's an excellent strength signal wise. So sorry, Scott, if it's happening on this side. It could be a YouTube issue. YouTube has been a pain in the arse lately. So sorry about that. Blue Bonnibird sounds like blue balls. Moving on. Thanks, SB. Todd Moore says, a diss on the Dave. Someone missed. Probably been drinking. Nobody dislikes Dave. Quite a few people dislike Dave. I'll have you know. But I appreciate the people who do like Dave more. Those are the cool people. John says, Joe Bonamassa will eventually own every collectible guitar and sell guitars with his name on them every year forever. Yeah. I think his deal is basically he just gets a payment and they can release a guitar and he will do the advertising like for 20 years or something. I don't know, but like, if it means cool guitars come out, that's great. People loved Lazarus, even though some of them didn't look fantastic. The ones that did look fantastic played great, sounded great, and looked great. The ones that didn't look great played great, sounded great, and looked not great. But they still played and sounded great, and that's the main thing. So so yeah, I still, it's great that those guitars get released. But you know, he's not going to come on this channel. Glory Bird sounds better. Badfink 2, that sounds like something we should work on. I'll call Epiphone in the morning. They might not be there though because it's Sunday. Steve Monroe, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Got to check out the Sire range of axes, Dave. Top notch. Yeah, I've been checking them out on YouTube. They're definitely on the list, but Guitarist has had a really good rundown of them. Of the Larry Carlton Les Paul type one. Very cool though. And thanks for that. Yeah, appreciate it. SB Bonahole. You guys are weird. Just don't stand under it when it flies overhead. That's good advice, Badfink. Thanks, I appreciate that. Joe Bonahole even sounds right. It's like you guys are just on it straight away. Like, I don't know how you do it. Thanks so much for that. Babbing Thing says, Boner Marketing has some connection to Glory Hole, I think. I don't know where this is going. Better go ask my parents again. Don't. Margaret says, do you think the Epiphone 61 Les Paul SG will come out in different colors? I hope so. Margaret, I'm not 100% sure if it will or not, but I think the white and the cherry at the moment are selling really well. And I think if they want to catch people who haven't gone with it yet, they'll do a pelham blue, and they might even do a candy apple red type of color. But I'd like to see a pelham blue in it for sure. I don't know. What color would you like to see? But they definitely should, hopefully. I mean, they might do it like Sweetwater in the US might do a special run of them. Somewhere like Anderton's or Tolman might do a special. Tolman don't really do special ones. But, keep an eye out on retailer specific special exclusives. They might do something like that. John says, I love Joe, but he pushes guitar sales more than anyone else who's famous for playing guitar. Yeah, it's true. Can't say anything about that. I heard it may come out in Glory Hole Green Suit. I mean, I think that might be pushing it, but you never know. I mean, if the Epiphone person is on this show watching, they might think that's an option. Glory Bird. Now that is a brand I can get behind. Now that is something. John says, I'm eventually going to start a music chat someday. I'll let you know when. Very cool, John. Yeah, let us know for sure. What colors were offered in 61, or would you want colors not originally offered in 61? For me, I would want colors just that are cool SG colors, and for me, that's pelham blue, cherry, white was offered as well. Officially in 61, I'm not 100%. I know the cherry was definitely one. Was it just? I'm not 100% to be honest. I know pelham blue was definitely 63 or 64, but we'll see. But I think they'll definitely do more colors anyway. Not 100% though on what colors were offered in 61. I'll just sign a petition for Rory to enter the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Cool. Yeah, there's also a link in all my videos for that, guys. If you haven't known Rory Gallagher to join or to be included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I do think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a big scam. It's a load of shit. But the fact that someone like Rory Gallagher's not in it is a fucking joke. So yeah, I started a petition. And if you want to sign it, it's cool. I think if you go to sign a petition, by the way, it asks you for money. That's nothing to do with me. You can sign it for free. Just be like, I don't want to pay money to this. I don't get any money. It's not for helping the petition get done or anything. That's like change.org looking for money. Nothing to do with it. So don't give them money, is what I'm going to say on that one. Let's see what we've got here. Anyone have a Music Man? I was looking at those this week. They're very cool. A friend bought a St. Vincent signature. I haven't tried it myself, but she loves it. The St. Vincent signature is an excellent looking guitar. Very cool kind of vibe off those, like an 80s kind of vibe. I do like them. Scott says, thanks for a great show. Longer is better. That's what she said. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. And Ryan has meal number 2 has arrived safely. Thanks, Ryan. Good to know you're going to be fed. Sustenance is always welcome. Let me see. Al has a Music Man Cutlass, currently my go-to guitar with narrow neck. We got used to it. Very cool. And says, thanks for a great evening, Dave. Happy birthday. Thank you. And yeah, wrapping up the birthday week. I do appreciate it though. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me see. Ryan says, I find it very small, but very comfortable. This is just, at the end of this chat is just turning into innuendo. Marcia says, the stream and chat started freezing again. So yeah, look, it could just be an issue on YouTube side. It's showing me all the way through. We've had an excellent connection. So it's very possible it's a YouTube issue though. So I apologize for that. I'll try and check it out, test it out next week. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the day, says Anne. Indeed. Scott says, I think Scalper like Fender more than Gibson. Scalpers like Fender more than Gibson when it comes to flipping for quick cash 6 to 12 months after initial release. Yeah, for Gibson, you got to buy them and flip them straight away before people realize. Oh wait, it's not worth that. Ryan says I've been playing Black Dog also, and The Ocean. The Ocean's like next on the list of Zeppelin songs for sure. That's a great one. 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. Now they know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. Indeed. My niece heard says, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I'd fight you over the best guitar color. Red. I mean, red's nothing wrong with red. Yeah, it's a good color. I like it. Love my TV, Pelham Blue LP Epi. Yeah, Pelham Blue is probably the greatest color of all time. Not just for guitars, for everything. If the holes references offend you, I do apologize for the delinquent humor of my compatriots. If you are not offended, feel free to friend request me on Facebook. That's from Todd Moore. Yeah, absolutely offended. You can't be offended around here because people. Yeah, it's all in good fun. As it's a Steel Panther song. That's all. It's kind of. I do feel like new people will come along and be like, "This channel's weird," and leave. Hopefully though, you stick around because there's good people around here. And Margaret says, offended? Never. Good, Margaret. We're glad you're not offended, and we're glad to have you. So thanks for that. Scott says I'm outside down in my backyard on Wi-Fi, so it's probably on my end. It could be. And Muddy is we've been talking about this for the last couple of days. Modern. Yeah, we've been looking at moderns. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Figure out a way to get a good one. Ernie B says, hey everybody, daughter had prom tonight, and for some reason they everyone thought that was more important than my guitar stuff. Morons. Yeah, what the hell? That makes no sense. But yeah, that's cool, Ernie. Glad you popped by. Thanks very much for doing so. Margaret says Pelham Blue SG. Yeah, it's the Pelham Blue SG is the best. Like, it's the best guitar. It's the best color of guitar. I'm on that page, Margaret. Thanks so much. Ryan says, Ernie, that'd be no good. Your real family is here. Yeah, we're here for you all the time. John says, Dave, tell Sweetwater to send every guitar in blue. If I had a relationship with Sweetwater beyond purchasing them a couple of times, I would. I honestly would. Todd says, almost 2 hours in already. Wow, time flies here. It's over 2 hours now. Yeah, it does fly. Ernie says, that is a beautiful flying V, Dave. Looking good. Yeah, Ernie, it's I can't deny that. Fun show today. Take care, everyone. My knee's hurt. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great week. Ryan says, the nicest V burst I've seen is Dave's. I'm not going to argue with that. It is spectacular. That looks amazing. Needs a little bit of work. It's 40 years old. You know, anything that's 40 years old is not in original condition, but it's nice. It's nice. David Ruiz says, I have an Ernie Ball Music Man Stealth JP6, best guitar I ever owned in my 20 plus years of playing. Very cool. John says Rory deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He does. If there's going to be a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Rory Gallagher should be in it. I can see the stream, but not sure you see my comments. I've been seeing a good few comments, Mercy. Yeah, no worries there. SB, I want Joe Bonamossa's forehead to be abducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Spoiler alerts. Gets abducted and it doesn't fit. Thank you for another fun stream. Thanks, Marsha. I appreciate that. Thanks for a great evening. Happy 40th day. Rock on. All that sort of stuff. And the screen that did freeze. So yeah, there seems to be an issue on this side. Weird, because as I said, I'll report to YouTube and see if they can figure it out for us guys next week. Get it sorted out. But thanks so much for everything, for popping by, for the birthday wishes last week and this week, for the V's birthday wishes, and for hanging out and having a cool chat with me. Thank you for the super chats, for all the generous super chats, and for the t-shirt purchasers and the people who requested the Glory Hole Special Edition t-shirts. I'll figure something out. I'll put the word Glory Hole probably in this font, and that's all you're getting on a t-shirt. We'll see what happens. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. I really, really do. It's great to see you guys every week. So take care. I'll see you next Saturday. Don't forget guitar wish list every Monday, so this Monday as well. And I'll try to get 2 other videos out. We'll see how it goes though. If not, Thursday or Friday, you'll see it. All right. So thanks guys. Take care of yourselves out there. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.